This is the second chapter of your second chapter, biological classification. In the last chapter, we had learned what is biological classification and what are the different aspects of classification, name of the various scientists and type of classification given by them. And after that, at last, we had studied about the RH Whittaker's five kingdom classification, in which five kingdoms were kingdom Monera, Protista, Plantae, Fungi, and Animalia. And kingdom Monera we had studied in detail. Today we will study the second and third kingdom, that is kingdom Protista and kingdom Fungi. So directly coming to the kingdom Protista includes all eukaryotic or the eukaryotic unicellular organisms. As in kingdom Monera we had studied, the organisms are prokaryotic, which do not have the well organized nucleus, but kingdom Protista and all other four kingdoms includes the cells which are eukaryotic in origin, and especially kingdom Protista includes the organisms whose cells are eukaryotic and unicellular. So the boundaries of this kingdom are not well defined. It is the connecting link between the prokaryotic kingdom Monera as a complex multicellular kingdom, that is Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So kingdom Protista includes chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime modes, and protozoans. These are the major groups of kingdom Protista. So coming to the first, chrysophytes, these includes the diatoms and golden algae. Most of them are photosynthetic, that is they synthesize their own food with the help of process photosynthesis. These are microscopic and planktonic. Planktonic means they float passively on the water currents, and the larger deposits of the diatoms leads to the formation of diatomaceous earths. Second group of the kingdom Protista is the dinoflagellates. Dinoflagellates are mostly marine, that is they live in the salty water, and photosynthetic. Some forms occur in fresh water also. Most forms, the cells has a stiff cellulose plate. They are motile with two dissimilar flagella, means one flagella is of the longer size whereas another flagella is smaller in size. Some marine dinoflagellates shows bioluminescence, means they produce the light and they emit the natural light. So the example of dinoflagellates is the Noctula and others, and these dinoflagellates may lead to the formation of the red tides in the case of you had seen in the case of Red Sea. The third group is the euglenoids. Euglenoids are generally freshwater. They don't live in the what we say marine water or the salty water. They are freshwater, live in the damp soil, and instead of cell wall they have protein rich layer called the pellicle, and they are photosynthetic in sunlight, but they can also show the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in the absence of sunlight. Such kind of mode of nutrition in which photosynthetic and heterotrophic nutrition is called as the mixotrophic nutrition. The example of the euglenoids is the euglena and etc. The slime molds are the fungus. They includes the plasmodium, which is the causative organism of the malaria. Plasmodium vivax is the species of the slime molds, which is saprotrophic protist, widely distributed in damp and shady places. They are classified into acellular and cellular slime molds. Afterwards, the last group, the protozoans. The most of the protozoans are aquatic, and in aquatic habitat they might be freshwater or marine water, means live in the salty conditions, and some of the protozoans might be terrestrial, free living, or parasitic. Their body may be covered by a delicate membrane or firm pellicle or calcareous or siliceous cells. There are four major groups of the protozoans. They are the amoeboid protozoans, including the amoeba protease, and flagellated protozoans, which bears the flagella for the free swimming process, and ciliated protozoans, whose body is covered with firm layer of the small cilia, and last is the sporozoa. These are the non-motile parasitic with the infectious spores like stage in the life cycle. It and sporozoa form includes the plasmodium. So the plasmodium is the causative organism of the disease malaria, and it is all about the protozoans. Protozoans includes the eukaryotic unicellular organisms, and after that the next kingdom is the kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi is not eukaryotic, not haplotrophic, it is saprotrophic in nutrition. The cells are eukaryotic instead of the prokaryotic. So kingdom fungi includes eukaryotic. Achlorophyllous means lack chlorophyll, heterotrophic means take ready-made food, spore bearing, non-vascular means they lack xylem and phloem for the conduction of the nutrients and water. Cell wall of the fungus is made up of the special kind of material which is called as the chitin or fungal cellulose, whereas the cell wall of the bacteria is made up of the peptidoglycan, and cell wall was lacking in case of the protista, but in case of kingdom fungi, cell wall is made up of a special material called as the chitin or fungal cellulose. The body of fungus consists of long, slender, thread-like structures called as the hyphae, and the network of hyphae is called as the mycelium. In fungi, hyphae is continuous tubes filled with the nucleated cytoplasm, and this condition is called as the syncytic hyphae. Syncytic hyphae means syncytic means many nuclei in a single cell. In other forms, they have septate or cross walls in their hyphae, and they are called as the septate hyphae. Fungi reproduce by three methods. First is the vegetative reproduction, second is the asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction. And on the basis of these kind of sexual reproductions and structures, the fungi might be classified into different classes, and these are the Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteriomycetes. Some of the fungi can live in the as the symbiote in the symbiotic form, and the symbiotic association with algae of fungi is known as the lichens, whereas in lichens the algal component is called as the phycobiont, and the fungal component is known as the mycobiont. The phycobiont and mycobiont perform the different functions. The phycobiont is photosynthetic and mycobiont is non-photosynthetic, and hence they live in the symbiotic association benefiting each other. So, and in other case, the fungi also live in the association with the roots of the higher plants, and this is association is called as the mycorrhiza. So coming to the classification and their different features and aspects, classification of fungi, as I already told you, includes the four classes: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteriomycetes. The common name of the Phycomycetes is the algal fungi, whereas Ascomycetes is the sac fungi, Basidiomycetes is called as the club fungi, and Deuteriomycetes is called as the fungi imperfecti. The Deuteriomycetes is called the fungi imperfecti because it lacks the sexual mode of reproduction. The mycelium of the Phycomycetes is aseptic and syncytic, means a long cylinder having many nuclei is the hyphae of the Phycomycetes. That's why it is aseptate and syncytic. Whereas the mycelium of Ascomycetes is septate and branched, bearing many branches. And the mycelium of Basidiomycetes is septate branched. Secondary mycelium is dikaryotic. Dikaryotic means having two nuclei in each septa. And in case of Deuteriomycetes, the mycelium is septate and branched. This is all about their morphology. Coming to the sexual reproduction, the Phycomycetes sexual reproduction is performed by special spores called as zoospores, aplanospores, chlamydospores, and sporangiospores. These are the different kind of spores in case of Phycomycetes. In case of Ascomycetes, sexual reproduction occurs by conidia and budding, and in Basidiomycetes, asexual reproduction occurs by special spores called as the Eudogonia or Udia, and in case of Deuteriomycetes, asexual reproduction occurs through conidia. And coming to the sexual reproduction, the sexual reproduction in case of the Phycomycetes is isogamy and oogamy. In case of isogamy, the gametes are of the same size. In case of the oogamy, the female gamete is larger in size and male gamete is smaller in size. And a sexual reproduction in case of Ascomycetes is isogamous type, anisogamous type. Ascospores is formed and in the ascus in case of the Ascomycetes. And in case of Basidiomycetes, sexual reproduction is of the somatogamy. Basidiospores formed by the stergomata or the exogenously on the outer branches. In case of the Deuteromycetes, the sexual reproduction is absent. I already told you about the sexual reproduction in case of the fungi imperfecti. Because of lack of the sexual reproduction, Deuteromycetes is called as the fungi imperfecti. So coming to case of the fruiting bodies, the fruiting bodies in case of the Phycomycetes is produced as zoospores, and the fruiting bodies in the Ascomycetes is the ascocarp. And in case of the Basidiomycetes, this is the basidiocarp, and in case of the Deuteromycetes, it is absent. The example of different fungi in different classes, that is Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes, are as follows. The example of the Phycomycetes is the mucurant, Rhizopus and Alvigo, and that of the Ascomycetes is the Penicillium and Saccharomyces. In case of the Basidiomycetes is the Agaricus, Eustelogo, and Puccinia agaricus is the mushroom which we usually eat. And last Deuteromycetes includes the Clostridium and Trichoderma. It is all about the fungi and today's topic. Today we had done the classification of the fungi and kingdom Protista. In the next lecture we will start with our next kingdom Plantae and Animalia. Thank you and have a nice day.